the fact that we're able to do a show with 4 women and be somewhat well received, I think really speaks to the fact that our fan base really supports diversity and supports women in football. Hayden Hurst, the tight end. First of all, I like him because he's a ginger. Second of all, I like him because he's all about mental health. That's what every team needs, is a ginger and somebody who's all about mental health.
I loved everything Urban Meyer. It made me feel better about everything. I'm his biggest fangirl right now. I would give him a lap dance if I could.
Gives a new meaning to the term steak hooker, I guess. The what? Gives a new meaning to the term steak hooker. You never heard of a steak hooker?
Who they say gon' beat the Bengals? Who they say gon' beat the Bengals?
Hooday, everybody. What's up? And welcome to Tigress Talk. I am Jess, aka Hubei. We are the first and the only Bengals show created by women. I'm joined by my friend Jerry down in Tampa area, and our friend Bridget is filling in for us tonight. Thank you so much, Bridget, for being here. Bridget's our honorary Tigress tonight. Fortunately, Kayla is not feeling well, and Whitney is having family Christmas at her house. So thank you, ladies, so much for joining me tonight.
Nowhere I would rather be. Thanks for inviting me.
Absolutely. Thanks to everybody watching live. Thanks to everybody in the chat. We've got Stranger4420 says, Hooday, Stranger, what's up? Greg Luther says, Hooday, ladies, let's take care of business Monday night. I like it, Greg. Honey Badger Boomer's here. What's up, Honey Badger Boomer? He says, good evening, ladies, and Hooday. Hooday to you as well. Dalton says, Hooday, ladies. Hooday, Dalton. Thanks for being here. Patrick Plummer says, happy 2023 Digress. That might be a typo. Matthew Zimmerman says, Hooday, ladies. Hope y'all had a great Christmas. Same to you, Matthew. And Darth Bengal is here, and he says, Hooday. What's up, guys? Thank you all so much. If you found us on YouTube, make sure you are subscribed. We are giving away that beautiful game-worn, autographed Von Bell jersey when we reach 1,000 subscribers. We're getting closer and closer every day, so make sure you are subscribed if you want to be entered to win that. So, all right. Well, Christmas Eve seems like a lifetime ago at this point.
That game feels like 2 lifetimes.
I think I lived 2 lifetimes during that game. I mean, seriously. But
your
hey,
best life and your worst life.
Yes. All at the same time. But hey, 7-game win streak, I'll take it. I mean, it's been a fun 7 games, honestly. But yeah, I mean, this time the Bengals got that fast start we've all been hoping for. 22-0, thanks to Burrow's hot hand in the cold weather, which I thought was really interesting to me. I mean, were you guys expecting them to throw the ball that much? I really feel like when it's so cold, they're all about pound the rock, you know, but I really feel like they were doing really good things on offense in that first half. I mean, they were moving the ball masterfully. It was chef's kiss. It was beautiful. Burrow ended up with 1 fewer yard passing than the Patriots had total yards of offense by the end of the game. I mean,
love that.
Yeah. Player of the week, AFC North, that's for sure. Difficulties in the kicking game made things interesting. 2 missed extra points led to the failed 2-point attempt. I'm going to blame Whitney for this, though, because she should have taken off her necklace after that first
She
miss.
did. Yeah. So no, maybe not the second one.
She left it on.
And
so
then she took it
I
off.
messaged her because, the last time Money Mac missed, I can't remember if it was an extra point or a field goal, but I texted her and I said, are you wearing your necklace? And she said, no, I'm putting it on right now. And I said, okay, this is 100% your fault. Go put your necklace on. But here's the thing with jewelry. Jewelry is fickle. It's not always lucky every time. So you got to, whatever you're doing, you just got to do the opposite. So then I texted her. I said, are you wearing your necklace? She goes, I'm wearing it. I swear I'm wearing it. I go, then take it off. And she goes, if he misses again, I'm taking it off. So he missed again. She took it off. I don't think he missed again after that. But
he missed that field goal.
Yeah.
Did she take it off after the second missed? I don't know, but then he missed that field goal in the second half.
Oh, okay. I can't remember.
It was
I just was really trying to find a way to blame it on Whitney, since she's not here to defend herself.
I think it was just something with that side of the field, though, because their guy missed an extra point too, and did he miss a field goal too? I know he missed something, and it was on that side of the field. So I just
Was it on the same side? I couldn't remember if it was on the same side or not.
Yeah.
But
and
yikes.
They said that Evan didn't look good in warm-ups on that side of the field either. So I think the wind or something was up with that side of the field. It was very unforgiving for both guys.
They probably deflated the goalposts. You know how they roll.
Yeah, they're probably moving around.
Bill Belichick probably has like a little remote, and it's like so. I know there's a conspiracy theory section usually, but
he's got hidden fans over there to like blow the wind one way.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. Second half was so weird. I almost got back in my car. So we were driving in the car because we were going to my grandma's house for Christmas Eve like we always do. And we went down early so we could watch the game at the Banks at Holy Grail. And we got there right at halftime. We got there at halftime. It was an amazing first half. I love listening to it. I love listening to it. I mean, it sucks you can't see what's going on. I just love listening to the radio call. It's so much fun. And more about that later. But the score at halftime, and then the second half halftime tonight almost. Everything I had done. The Patriots scored 18 points, so aided by a controversial institution on the next one's fumble. I'm still mad about that. And then the deep pass that bounced off of the defender right into Jacoby Meyer's hands. I mean, how lucky can you get? I mean, give me a break. That was insane.
That happens 1 in 100. 1 in 100 times. That's just like unlucky tip. Like you couldn't like redo that if you tried.
Yeah. Dawn says radio calls the best. Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Greg said, I've never seen a game where there's so many unfortunate events for a team like the Patriots in my entire life. Yeah. It's crazy. Crazy. But Von Bell saved Christmas when he came up with that clutch forced fumble. Just over a minute left. BJ Hill recovered the ball at the 8-yard line, y'all. They were driving and to win the game. But they needed a touchdown, though. They couldn't win it with a field goal. So I had every faith that our defense was going to make that stop. And Jerry, I know I was talking you down off of the ledge, but
well, like I said, right before that, so Archer has been in the same onesie since he was born every Sunday for the games. So he had that onesie on, but he had like a Bengals sweatshirt thing over it because it was kind of cold here on Saturday. Well, as it looked like they were about to score, I like stripped him down to the onesie and just like put his blanket over him. I was like, buddy, we're just gonna be cold for like a minute. And the very next play was when we got the fumble. So I was like, yeah, dude, you're just gonna have to be in this onesie for.
You just gotta pray for warm weather in Florida.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to burn
Greg
that
is
sweatshirt.
ready for Luther Vision when you are. Bridget, this might be your first time Luther Vision on Tigress Talk. I don't think this was a thing the last time we had you on, but now we do Luther Vision, which is where we all stand really still for about 10 seconds and don't look totally crazy and let Greg take a picture, except I can't actually look at the camera because I look more crazy. So I'm just going to let you guys smile or do whatever you want to do, and I'm just going to pretend like I'm reading something or talking, and there it was. Thanks, Greg. It's an honor to be on Luther Vision. Oh, we've got a correction. Happy 2023 Tigress Goddesses. Sorry, hit the wrong button. Bring back Woodworth. Yes. Thank you so much. Lisa's here. What's up, Lisa? She says, "Hooday, ladies." Mary Rapp is here. She says, "Hey, ladies. Hooday, Mary." Oops, I already read that one. Sorry, I'm so low on it tonight. Yeah, Brandon Stokely, all over again, tipped pass. I don't remember. I don't get the reference there, but against the Broncos, Cap's telling me. Okay. Take your word for it, Greg. So yeah, game, a win's a win, honestly. It's hard to win in the NFL. It's hard to win in the cold. I mean, give me a break. So hey, I'm just glad we got out of there with the win and with all of our lives, honestly.
Jess, I'm with you though. I was surprised at how much they were throwing it, with the cold, but also like that pass rush on the Patriots side is pretty good. So I was like, oh, they'll take advantage of the run, and it just felt like there was nothing doing. But I was shocked how many times he
I
threw
think
that
they were
ball.
probably banking on that. Like they were, I
Yep.
think they were probably playing to that. They probably assumed that that's what they were going to do. And so they were like, we're just going to come out of left field and just start slinging the ball all over the place. And man, they do it well. So, hey, kudos to them. I feel like that was another game that was really like well coached. So,
Well, you have to say, even though Mac Jones is icky, I don't know. I don't like Mac Jones. I've
I don't
never
either.
liked Mac
No.
Jones. I mean, it. I
I
was
hate
curious.
Alabama, so that doesn't help. But yeah.
Well, yeah. I think doesn't everybody except the people who
Except for people who love Alabama. It's like there's
Yeah.
nobody's just okay with Alabama. You either
No.
hate them or
And
you
you
love
just
them.
like hate Nick Saban. You have to.
Yeah.
But I was really interested what was going to happen in the second half because Lou Anarumo and Bill Belichick, like those are two very like scientific masterminds coming in. And so that's what everyone had to talk. Whit was also talking me down off the ledge because I was like, "Oh my god, I can't celebrate Christmas if we lose. There's no joy left.
Christmas is canceled.
Like I can't. There are
Take all the
texts.
presents back.
There are live texts where I'm like, I refuse to celebrate Christmas if the Bengals lose. Like I will never be happy again. So it was like, it's gonna be okay. Mac Jones sucks. It's gonna be okay. But you have to remember when Bill Belichick is on the other sideline, like that's still a good coach. Weird dude, good coach.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing from the whole game was it was either after the first or second touchdown that Trenton Irwin got, and they pan over to Belichick, and he's like, "What the?" Like super loud, and I lost it. I was like, "That is the greatest thing." I just want to, what the? But they didn't bleep it. I was like, I just want to keep watching that on a loop because that was just, ugh, I love it so much.
Yeah. Angry Bill Belichick's my favorite. I really love pissing off Bill Belichick and Tom Brady. So,
And we did that
Nice.
2 weeks in a row.
it's nice to get under their skin.
We didn't get a surface throw though, right? I just wanted him
No,
to throw his
he didn't
tablet.
break any tablets.
No.
So disappointing, but it is what it is. All right. Well, let's get to our bombshell breakdown for this week.
Hey y'all, this is Kayla Caskey back with this week's edition of the Bombshell Breakdown, and today we're going to talk about all three of Trenton Irwin's catches, one for a big third down conversion and two for touchdowns. So let's look at the first play. Okay y'all, so on this first play we have Trenton Irwin here and we have our other receivers, boom, 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 and they're playing here cover two with man underneath, so they got two guys back with man underneath, so they're going to play man here and they're going to be like covering the deep ball. So, and the defense is playing inside leverage here. So it's hard to tell here on the film, but actually he's coming up and he's actually lining up on the inside of him to push him out to the outside. And Burrow can see this and he knows that, just because he's smart and he's been watching film all week. So let's kind of watch this play develop here. This is for the big third down conversion here to Trenton Irwin. Okay, so we're lining up. Okay, now here we go. Now if you look, they're all covered up. All of our receivers are covered up. There's a little separation there. He was able to get away. But watch where Burrow places his ball. He only places it right where he could catch it. No one else is going to be able to catch it. And boom, just a half second later, and he wouldn't have been able to catch that ball. Plus, the pocket, he had a good pocket here. But look, if Burrow would have waited just a second more, they did get a penalty here for a late hit on the quarterback. But if he wouldn't have got rid of the ball when he did, it would have been a sack. So great job for Burrow. Let's look at the next play. Okay, y'all, on this next play, it's the touchdown to Trenton Irwin. And remember how we've been talking about cover two, Tampa 2? Well, they're in cover 2 here, meaning they're splitting the field, and this guy's got this side, and this got this side. In Tampa 2, this guy would kind of have like the middle part. But they're just playing straight up cover 2, and the Bengals are running all go routes. So go, go, go. So let's kind of watch it. And when Trenton Irwin kind of beats his little receiver here, his defender, not receiver, his defender here, he's going to kind of bend it in. And because this guy is not playing deep, there's really no one there because the safety kind of didn't really do a good job here. So let's watch it. Okay, all right, so here we go. They're all going. Go, 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 go. They're playing this part of the field, this part of the field, and this guy is just kind of here. He was kind of watching for the underneath pass. And so when Trenton Irwin beats this man here, this leaves all this space open. And this safety here, he probably, once he saw the ball passing, he should have bit in a little faster than what he did. But there you go. Boom. Open receiver in the end zone, touchdown. Let's look at this next touchdown too. Okay, y'all, in this next play, we're going to talk about bracket coverage. Remember, we talked about it a little bit this year where they're bracketing in, they're double teaming our players. So these guys are going to double team Chase. These guys here are going to double team Boyd, and this leaves Trenton Irwin and Higgins out here. So they're basically taking away our best receivers here, but that doesn't mean they're still leaving their one-on-one and one-on-one. And remember, these guys, they're not just little dudes anymore. They are NFL players, and anybody on the team can score a touchdown. So let's watch it develop. So here we go. They're setting up. And Burrow sees all this. So see, he's kind of got this guy. They're bracketing here, and then they're one-on-one out here. And Burrow watched defensive film this week, and he knows. And so then that left Trenton Irwin over here, and he kind of beat his little man, and Burrow sees that and hits him for the touchdown. Okay, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed these plays this week, and it just shows you how any guy on the team could be up for that week. It could be the star of the show, especially when the bigger stars are taken up. Other people step up. So great job, Bengals, this week. It's always hard to win on the road, especially up in New England, so it really showed how strong of a team the Bengals had this year. Okay, y'all, this has been Kayla Caskey with this week's edition of the Bombshell Breakdown.
All right. Thank you so much to Kayla for that breakdown. Every week we've got Kayla Caskey, former running backs coach's wife, and my dear friend who breaks down film for us every week. So thank you so much for that. Make sure you guys are following her on social media, and also make sure you're following Caskey's Clicker on YouTube. Lots of great stuff there from our former coach. So let's get to some viewer questions, shall we? All right. Our first question today comes from Greg Luther. He says, even though they won, should the Bengals treat this game as a loss?
I don't think so. I think they should treat it as a learning experience. And I was telling my husband, I was kind of glad that things happened the way they did, because they're going to make sure that doesn't happen again. Like, they're going to definitely, make sure they don't let their foot off the gas. And I don't think that we're going to see the almost implosion like we saw going forward. Get it out of the way now and then be good to go the rest of the season.
Yeah. What do you think, Bridget?
I feel like a win is a win. And like Jess, you were saying, it's hard to win in December. It's hard to win when it's cold in New England. Zach Taylor always says it, right? It's hard to win games in this league. Even the bottom ranked team can still make teams look really, really bad. So I say it's a W. There's stuff to look at, but you have to remember that New England's defense is the highest scoring defense in the league. Same with their special teams. You got one unlucky play and then a kind of expected pick six. So if you take that away, their offense was not very good. So I'm taking it as a W, and they'll do what they always do and get in the lab.
I totally agree. Cap says, Bro said it best. I never apologize for a win. Yeah, I think they know. They know they've got stuff to clean up. They know that they're not perfect. Every snap is not perfect. There's stuff to clean up. So yeah, I think they'll take it for what it is, face value. I feel like this team is so even keeled. They don't get too high or too low. I think that they just kind of take it all in stride. So I think they learn what they can from it, but also are happy to have the win. So, and then our friend Christian says he's got a serious question and a fun question for us this week. Serious question. For Monday Night Football, do you think it'll be more important for the Bengals to keep Josh Allen in check or to keep Burrow upright, or both? I don't know. I think both, but I think that I think they can do both, honestly. So, yeah, we'll see.
I'd say it's more important to keep Burrow upright. I think Coach Lou can work something out for the Bills defense. Josh Allen is usually good for an interception a game, at
Yep.
least. I think this is the time when the Bengals defense is also going to score us some points. I feel it. We're going to get a pick six. We're going to get something like this is the game. This is the stage. You know, Allen is going to make some because Allen, he's got a powerful arm. Sorry, I'm like digressing, but I just feel like I have so many thoughts about this. He's just not as accurate, and he doesn't throw quite as many dimes, I don't think, as Burrow does. So as long as the O-line can hold and we keep Burrow upright, I think we can win the shootout with them if we need to.
Yeah, I think so too. What do you think, Jer?
Yeah, I'm actually not as worried about keeping Joe upright as I would be maybe this time last year, because I mean our line is, and I know we just lost Collins unfortunately, but like with everything this year, it's been next man up.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a combination of both.
Yeah,
Yeah,
agreed.
we got to keep Josh in check and keep Joe upright, but like you said, I'm not as nearly as worried as I would be about Joe if this was last season.
Yeah, for sure. And then his fun question was, what was our favorite gifts that we received for Christmas? And then Matthew Zimmer had the same question. Favorite gift you received for Christmas?
I got this vintage jacket.
Ooh. I love it.
And it's like a extra large in kids, so it like almost
That's
looks kind of
perfect.
cropped since it's like shorter. I
Yeah.
love that.
Oh, that's
And then I
awesome.
got
I love looking for
Bengal
kids'
necklace.
vintage items. That's the best. That's so great. Bridget, what was your favorite gift?
So this is really silly. I don't know if anyone saw these during the World Cup, but Panini, like the people who do the stickers cards, always do these World Cup sticker books. They've got like 700 stickers. You get every player, each team, whatever. I found one for the NFL, and my parents ordered it for me for Christmas, and it's got all the teams. Burrow is one of the 4 or 5 people on the cover. And like to me, you know how people do like busy hand stuff, like
Yeah.
sticking stickers on coordinated spots. Oh my God, that's like my dream. So I'm really excited about that. And I will add one to mention my favorite gift I gave was the Joe Burrow signed rookie card that I gave to my dad.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so awesome. I don't know. I got Cap one of these Do Good sweatshirts, and I got one for myself too. So that was one of my Christmas gifts to myself.
They
That I
look
like.
like they're really, really good
It's
quality.
so cozy. It's so comfy. I'm so comfortable right now. And then my favorite non-Bengals themed gift was probably I got some bone conduction headphones for when I'm cycling, and I've been trying them out obviously indoors because we can't cycle outside right now. But I really like them. They're really cool. They're interesting. So and Cap got me some shoes that I wanted at Saks. There's a Luby sale at Saks, so we got some Lubies. I got a lot of good stuff this Christmas. I made out pretty good this Christmas. Well, thank you guys all so much for your questions. Let's do some conspiracy theories. If I can find my thing here. It is. Bridget, I'm sorry. I forgot to tell you to bring a tinfoil hat.
Well, it would probably look like that if I took my hat off. I don't know the last time I conditioned my hair.
I love it. I love it. So my only real conspiracy theory, it's really not even a conspiracy theory, but I don't know if you guys have seen Scoregami. It basically tells you anytime there is a new score combination, and this game, 22-18, was the first time in history that score had ever happened. So if anybody really predicted 22-18, you are Nostradamus. It wasn't me. I don't really do score predictions, but yeah, that was pretty crazy, I thought.
I was surprised when I saw that because the 22-18 just feels like a normal, and I guess it's not because there's but like I was like, oh, 22-18, like
Yeah.
that seems like I don't know. I was shocked that it was unique.
Yeah. All right, Eric's got one for us. Conspiracy theory. Bill Belichick is really Lemony Snicket pulling out all the obscure tricks to try and kidnap our dub. I don't really know Lemony Snicket. Is that like a kid's thing?
I
don't
think
know.
so. I think it was like a
Okay.
book or a book series, and then maybe Jim Carrey played Lemony
Okay.
Snickets in a film adaptation.
Okay. All right. I'll take you guys' word for
That
it. I like
might
it.
be wrong too. I don't know.
I don't know. Do you guys have any conspiracy theories this week?
I mean, I'll throw out my Bill Belichick. He can move. He's got some gizmo to move the goalposts.
I believe it. I buy it. How about you, Jer? Anything other than undressing your baby with 2 minutes to go or however long is on the clock?
So I have a conspiracy theory. Every time that it seems like the media like says that we are going to lose or just always puts us down, like we always find a way to win. And this week it's ESPN, I saw today, like came out with their predictors, and it was like 42 to 9 in favor of the Bills. And
I
I'm
just
like, oh.
tweeted it.
Love
Let
it.
me.
I love that. I
In
love
my
it. I
head,
love it when
I'm
people
just
don't pick us.
oh, we're absolutely
Done
winning
deal.
then. Absolutely winning. Every time they pick completely against us, I'm like, oh, we're fine.
They predicted the Bills to win 37-9. Like
That's the score they predicted?
Yes.
I'm convinced that ESPN does not watch football.
They probably don't.
That's crazy.
Some of the things
Oh.
that they've said all season, I'm just like, are you only watching like 3 games? 3 games
Seriously.
the whole year.
Eric has
Makes no sense.
clarified Bridget is correct about Lemony Snicket. It's also on Netflix with Neil Patrick Harris recently. Okay then. Lemony Snicket. I'll have to look that up. I like it, Eric. Thanks for throwing that in there. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I love it when teams don't pick us, or when whoever talking heads on the TV don't pick us. I loved the what's his name? Lindsey Patterson tweeted it out, where that guy who said that PJ was going to outplay Joe Burrow or whatever, and we're like 7-0 since he said that. And I said, what do we do? Do we send flowers? Do we send a fruit basket? What's the etiquette for billboard material?
Just send them
Thanks,
all
buddy.
Skyline chili, since they seem to talk crap about the chili too.
I know. I think we should ask everyone in Buffalo how they feel about Cincinnati chili.
This week has been hard though, because it feels like, we've always had that camaraderie kind of with the Bills and their fans, and it's been nice not seeing like as cutthroat as it usually is leading up to game day. So like I said, it's been the most wholesome, like trash talking I've ever seen. It's like, oh, I really like your team, but I hope my team wins. It's like, I hope we have a good game, but I want our team to win. So it's just so sweet.
100%. Yeah, totally. They're all the Bills fans I've ever met are pretty nice. So I've heard some stories about Buffalo, but all the ones I've ever met have been nice. So I'm going to stick with that.
Yeah, I feel like maybe at this stadium things change, but on the whole, it seems like Bills fans are.
Although I've heard stories about every stadium, and I feel like I'll say I've never had a problem at another stadium, but I feel like I've heard things about every other stadium that I've been to. But okay, well, thank you guys all so much for your conspiracy theories. I think we can take these off now. Let's do We Need to Talk. All right, We Need to Talk is sponsored by Brimminghorn Meadery. Code Tigress gets you 15% off 2 or more bottles of wine. Make sure you guys are checking them out. They are Bengals fans. They had a Bengals themed mead last year. There's one coming back next year, so be on the lookout for that. Bridget, I know you got to go soon. Is there anything that you feel really pressing that you feel like you need to talk about right now?
I need to talk about the fact that Coach Taylor did not give Trenton Irwin a game ball in the locker room celly, and I just
That too.
we need to talk about it. I need to drink on it and pray on it or whatever, because how did he not get a game ball?
That's a good question. I don't know. Jerry, what do you need to talk about?
So we need to talk about how Joe got all of his offensive linemen cruises for Christmas, but did not get himself one, and repeatedly
Because he doesn't like
said
boats.
he hates boats. Like,
I don't like
for him to say, like, I'm afraid of, like, big boats in the, like, open ocean or open water. Like, I think that's really what it is, but he just kept saying, I don't like boats.
Well, he said if you get stuck out there, what happens? That's what he said. He was like, what if you get stuck out there? And I was like, but you're going to put all your offensive linemen on a boat? Like, I don't want to go, but y'all go out in the ocean.
Well, I was really curious on whether they they get there like, okay, you can pick this cruise. I didn't look that much into it. Or do they all have to go together? Like, did he book a block of room? That's what I'm really interested in. And if they are all going together, how do we find out and go to?
Right. And like, what kind of rooms are we? Are we talking about like interior cabin? Are we talking balcony? Like, I need to know what level we're on.
I bet some of those guys will look hilarious in a tiny cruise ship room. So maybe he bought them like sweet, because your standard one's like 200
It has
square feet.
to have a balcony. You have to, or at least a big window. It at least has to be on the outside of the boat.
I hope the buffet is prepared.
Yeah. Alex says, does anyone know our win-loss record for when leading at the first quarter? I feel like getting a fast start is so huge for this team. I don't, Alex, but I think you're right. Anecdotally, I'm going to say you are right, I think. Matthew Zimmerman says, Bengals should use the cover 2 zone defense to frustrate Allen. I'm sure Lou is on that. What Patrick says, glad to play Buffalo now instead of early in the season. Yeah, I think that'll be good. I think the league knew that this was going to be a huge game. Yeah. So, yeah. Eric says, us Bengals fans keep more receipts than a TurboTax executive. Don't go if you get my phone. Do not look at my screenshots. They're all receipts. Ti is the best. Yes, he is. He says, thanks for the cool show and the hard work. Oh, thank you, Patrick. Appreciate you. Okay, well, I feel like I need to talk about the whole light show thing that's going to be happening because I am so excited for this because, Bridget, you were there in New Orleans when they did the whole cell phone thing. And, obviously we weren't participating, but I felt like when I was looking out at the other side of the field where all the Saints fans were, it looked pretty darn cool. And, they're in a dome. Obviously, they can't do the pyrotechnics. They can't do the fireworks and, all that stuff. So they work with what they've got. But how cool is it that we're going to be doing that on Monday night? I'm really excited about that. I made sure my app was all up to date and I had all my permissions all set. I've already done all that. I'm so geeked out about this. I think this is such a good idea. And I'm really excited for that.
It's so funny you say that because as soon as I saw that, I was in my settings. I was like, how do I do this? Is the iOS update? I was like, then I was in the Bengals and I'm like, do I go here? How do I know if an app is up to date? I was like, I would be so stressed if it came to that point and I just had a blank phone.
I know. I need somebody to record it for me because I know that they're just not going to play that on TV and I'm going to be so disappointed to miss it.
Oh, I'm sure somebody will. I don't know how that works with the phone and the using it and recording. I don't know how this works. We'll figure it out. We'll find a way.
And record it.
Yeah. Seriously, that's so funny. Yeah, I know, Bridget. When they said, "Oh, download the app," and I was like, "Oh, okay," thinking it was a new app. I was like, "I already have that app." Okay, halfway there.
Jerry, I will make Ben take a video because the odds are 100% that he can't figure out how to make the app thing work. So
we'll have one fewer participant in that section. Oh, that's so funny.
That's great.
Okay, well, let's see. Whitney's not here, but Cap actually came up with some game balls for this week. So I'm going to play Whitney's graphic, but
hot, height.
All right, if you've seen the show before, you know that Whitney likes giving obscure game balls because our balls are different here on Tigress Talk, and she doesn't like giving balls to the same guys that the coach has given balls to. Now, had she been here, she probably would have given one to Trent Irwin since coach didn't, but this is what Cav came up with for this week. So he says, Joe Burrow, 91.6 PFF grade. AFC Offensive Player of the Week, completed 28 of 36 passes for 284 yards in the first half alone. So good job, Joe Burrow. DJ Reader, 82.7 PFF grade, continues to have an all-pro season. Yeah, and I feel like his grades don't even do him justice because he is so disruptive, and he elevates the entire defense when he's out there. So I think any stats or anything you could even come up with on him just don't even do him justice. So DJ Reader, he's a show favorite for sure. Von Bell, our dude who saved Christmas, forced fumble to end the game. Remember his INT in the AFC Championship game? Yeah, I remember. In overtime, Von Bell is a closer, and remember, you can win his autographed game jersey. Just subscribe to Tigress Talk on YouTube. Good job, Cap. Thanks for those. Bridget, if you got to duck out, you just feel free anytime. You're excused anytime.
I'm good.
Okay. All right, let's see. What did you say? I already read them all. Matt says, I'm giving Trent Irwin a game wall. Okay. And yeah, I read Patrick's comment already. He says, thanks for the cool show and the hard work. Thanks, Patrick. Anyway, okay. Looking forward to next week. Miss Jerry, do you have a prediction for us?
I do. So I don't know if you guys saw Joe today on the field. He was practicing punting, had a huge smile on his face, which the thing that I almost had a heart attack when he grabbed his hamstring, and I'm like, this isn't funny.
I think he was joking.
No, he was, but it just gives me a heart attack. So he's having a great time, and then when he was doing his presser today, he just was very relaxed, very smiley. My favorite thing that he said when they asked, how do you think the game's going to go and all this, and he was like, it's going to be a fun challenge. The rest of us are going to be sitting there like this, all game, and he's like, it's going to be a fun challenge. So I think he's ready to go out there and have the time of his life, and I think that is going to be not so great news for Buffalo. So a happy Joe is a dangerous Joe. A mad Joe is a dangerous Joe. Just Joe is dangerous in general. So I think, again, it's going to be a bit of a fight, but I think we're going to come out on top.
You think it's going to be a big win, or you think it's going to be a close win?
I think it's going to be a bigger win than we're expecting. I don't think we're going to blow them out, but I think maybe by 2 scores.
I've had a feeling all week that we are going to just blow people away with this game. We are really going to just blow their socks off, because I feel like I have watched the Bills this year do some not so great things, and I feel like they are a very beatable team, and I think that we have every possibility of just going out there and just being an absolute dominating force for all 4 quarters. But I did read Mike Bass is a writer at for Cincinnati Enquirer, and he's always reaching out on Twitter. He's always tagging everybody in his stuff. And his article today, I really liked this part. He said, basically, this is just a very small quote, but it says, if you're a Buffalo Bills fan and all you see is their blue and or red, and you believe winning or losing is all about them, you ignore the impact of the orange and black. So everybody's looking at Buffalo like they're this great team, and they are. Don't get me wrong, they're a great team, but the Bengals are a great team, and I think that they can win. They can beat anybody. So I think it's going to be a big game. I think it's going to be a lot. I don't think it's going to be that close, honestly. I think we're going to win by a lot.
And I think a factor that a lot of people aren't talking about is the fact that it is at home in the jungle. And I think it is going to be even crazier than the playoff game was. I think the jungle is going to be just a bunch of maniacs, and I'm going to be so excited.
Yeah. Eric says, I think the Bengals have nothing to lose. They will play loose and feed off our energy. Yes, I totally agree, Eric. Bengals Nation 09 says, "Who day, ladies? Who day?" Bengals Nation 09. I think it's funny because last night we were at, on Wednesday night, they do the game plan, which is Dave Lapham and Dan Hord's radio show that they do on Wednesdays. And they had Zach Taylor as their guest. And so, of course, we were like, we got to go. We got to be there. And I actually reached out to Zach's wife, Sarah, and I was like, hey, are you going to E&O tonight? And she was like, oh, yeah. Maybe I'll go. Can we sit with you guys? And so we had Tony amend our reservation at the last minute to accommodate her and her friend Jenny. It was really cool hanging out with them. But when we went to leave, I gave her a hug and I was like, just so you know, the Bengals are going to win big on Monday. And she goes, you just gave me chills all over my body. I was like, I really believe it. I really believe we're going to win by a lot. And maybe I'm wrong. I'm not psychic like Jerry, but I really feel like this is the kind of game that these guys live for. They love this. They love these challenges and these really tough teams. And they just, I think that they really go out there and they put their best show on for Monday night. I really do.
And you know what? I'm going to double down because I still feel like there's a very good chance that we get the number 1 seed. I don't know why. I've just really been feeling it the last couple of weeks. I think that Kansas City has shown that, they are beatable. Look what almost happened with Houston. I know, Denver, they played Denver this week, which would be a miracle if they won. But again, a desperate team and a team that has nothing to lose is a dangerous team. And that's what their last 2 games are. Here's
the thing, though. Denver just fired their coach. What do teams do right after firing their coach? Sometimes they get real squirrely and they play well. Yeah. What did the Raiders just do? Benched their quarterback. What happens when these little guys come out off the bench? Sometimes they play lights out sometimes. So I really think those 2 X factors are not going to go well for the Chiefs at all, because I agree, Jerry. They've been playing some scary football lately, scary, not in a good way. They almost lost to the freaking Texans in overtime. I think that it's just a matter of time before they break. So.
And Patrick Mahomes has never played an away playoff game. So that would be very
spoiled little baby.
That'll be very interesting. I would love to see how that goes down for him.
Yeah. Oh, Bengals Nation 09 just reminded me Bootsy Collins is at halftime for the game. I'm so excited for that.
I'm so excited.
Oh my God, that's so funny. Joe Burr says, coffin nails, bam, bam, bam. Yes, I love that man. Matthew says, I'm coming to our biggest game we're going to have this season. I'm going to be there to help get the win. All right, Matthew. And then they play the Raiders. Yes, exactly. So AFC Championship preview on Monday? I think so. But, it's funny because when they asked Joe Burrow about that, he's like, we're not worried about that. We're just worried about this game and blah, blah, blah. But I really feel like, it could be. Laura May says, we've also only lost 1 game at home back in week 1, I believe. Monday night is going to be electric in the jungle. We're going to come out on top. Hoo-day, Laura. I love it.
I like that stat because I'm trying to think. I think it is just 1 game. I can't think of any other losses.
Because we've only lost 4, and we lost to the Steelers week 1. We lost to the Cowboys, and then we lost to the Browns on the road, and we lost to the Ravens on the road. So so only 1
Last
home
year
game.
I liked us better away. That someone. So I've been on my vacation. I've been listening to way more sports TV than I ever do because I never watch it. But a lot of the analysts were calling Joe Burrow the ultimate road warrior. And so I'm always I like a game away because I feel like the chip on Joe's shoulder just gets even bigger. But I think the jungle is going to be just something super special on Monday.
Yeah, I'm so excited. So excited for that. Okay, well, again, Kayla's not here, but we do have an injury report, so let's do that. So I think we all know by now that Lyle Collins is out, unfortunately. I think it's going to be interesting to see who they replace him with. I know Hakeem Adeniji came in for him during the game and played decently well. I think I think Lyle and Hakeem are just very different players. And Hakeem has a lot of upside, but the fact that he hasn't gotten the snaps with the team, I think is hurting him right now. So it'll be interesting to see kind of how that all shakes out. But yeah, unfortunately, ACL out for the rest of the season. Sam Hubbard was back today, Jerry. I know you were happy about that. Number 1 Sam Hubbard fan over there.
I saw that was just thank you, football gods.
Yeah. That's incredible. we hope he can play, obviously. Hayden Hurst sounds like he's ready to go, so that's great.
Nice.
And Jalen Davis and Trent Taylor also fully participated, so that's all good news. I know I don't have anything really prepared for the Chiefs, but I know that their big one with Von Bell being out, or Von Miller being out, or Bill. What did I say? Bill. Oh, sorry, Bills. I'm still thinking about whiny baby Patrick Mahomes. Von Miller being out for them, I think, was a big blow to them this year. So,
I know
and then
Stephon Diggs didn't participate today because he's sick.
Yeah.
But I think he'll probably be okay for game
Questionable.
day. And then Knox had a hip injury, and I think he was limited in practice today. That was all I saw.
Yeah, Hyde is on IR as well. Milano is questionable. Hoyer is questionable. Basham is questionable. Knox questionable. Yeah, so we shall see. I'm glad that we are getting healthy at the right time, it seems. I'm really glad we're getting Hayden Hurst back. I'm really glad we're getting Sam Hubbard back. I cannot believe Trey Hendrickson is playing out there with his broken arm. I mean,
that's so
swiping at people with a broken arm. I can do a lot of like gore and blood and nothing bothers me. Bodily fluids, broken bones gross me out. Like I cannot deal with broken bones. It grosses me out so bad. Like, oh my gosh. I think one time when I was PCA one time way back a million years ago when I was in nursing school, this lady jumped up and like she was crazy. She like jumped up and ran out of the room and broke her ankle, and I saw it happen, and like I've just been scarred for life ever since then. Like I can't, like broken bones just really gross me out.
I mean I've never seen a broken bone. It feels like it would be awful. Ugh.
It's so gross to me. I can't take it. Alrighty, I think that's all we have. Now, for arts and crafts, I'm really excited. This is a brand new announcement. We are going to be partnering with Sara Sela, is a jewelry maker, and she has graciously reached out to us. Her husband is a big Bengals fan. I think she's probably a big Bengals fan too. But her husband has followed me on Twitter for years, and I posted something about supporting your friends and their businesses and what they're selling and stuff like that. And he's like, well, hey, if you're asking, my wife makes jewelry. And I was like, that's great. Like if she wants to make some Bengals jewelry, we'll talk about it on the show. So she actually sent us some really cool jewelry. She sent me this awesome bracelet.
Ooh,
and it's really cute. Here.
That's really cute.
It's so cute. And she sent me these earrings. I haven't put them in my ears yet. But she sent me these little studs. And then, Jerry, what did she send? She sent you some hoops.
Yep.
Some black and orange hoops.
And then this ring right here, which
that turned out so pretty.
They're terrible, but yeah, it's super, super cute. I was so excited when I opened it today.
Yay. So she is going to be doing all kinds of Bengals themed jewelry, and she is giving all of our listeners 15% off with code HOODAY on her Bengals stuff. So I have linked her in the description, so you should be able to find that pretty easily. And code HOODAY will give you 15% off Bengals jewelry. And then also they wanted me to mention that she does custom jewelry as well. So if you're thinking of something, something that you never seen before or something you're just thinking about, let her know. Shoot her a message. She'll see what she can do. All the stuff that she did that's black and orange, she's never done before. She has a lot of really other cool stuff too, so check out everything she's got. But so we were kind of going back and forth and talking about different ideas and things like that. So I'm really excited to be partnering with her. So yeah, so make sure you guys are checking her out. Anything else for arts and crafts? I already talked about my Do Good Joe Burrow hoodie. Bridget, anything else now?
Well, I ordered. It's from I think like a shop in South Carolina, and that's what Clemson's who are the Tigers? I don't know. Someone down there, they have a bunch of Tiger stuff for, and so I ordered, and I'll have to tweet it out when I get it. It's a beaded like crossbody, and it's got a beaded it's all beaded, but it's got a tiger face on it, and
I've seen those before. Those are so cute.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah. Jerry, did you get anything else new for Christmas?
Let's see. Well, I sent you that picture of the orange snowsuit.
Oh, your snowsuit that you got.
that I'm very excited about for when we have all of our home playoff games, because I know that all of the games are going to be home playoff games. It's going to be cold, so I'm very excited for that to come in. So it's supposed to be here, I think, next week. So apparently
Awesome.
there's no such thing as 2-day shipping anymore. But
I swear, Amazon has seriously let us down this holiday season. I just want to throw that out there.
really
Bengals Nation
nice.
09 says Trey is our Megatron. LOL. Yeah, he's great. And Jerry, how's the little good luck charm doing? How is baby Archer?
He's awesome. He is like this close to laughing now.
Oh,
And I know, like, as soon as he laughs, that's all I'm gonna try to make him do. Because I always go for the laugh for one, but like baby laughs are the like greatest thing ever. But
yeah.
every time he is getting like kind of frustrated, or when I'm changing his diaper, I always sing the Bengals touchdown song, and he's just like stops and smiles and is like dancing with me. So starting him young, bringing him up right.
I love it. Yeah, I love. And Kayla's little girl saying "Hoo Day" is just the cutest thing ever.
I think it's the cutest thing ever.
All right. Well, thank you guys all so much for joining us. Bridget, thanks for filling in short notice. I appreciate you doing that for us. And thanks, Jerry, for being here. And Whitney, I hope you're having a good Christmas with your family. And Kayla, I hope you're feeling better soon. Just as a reminder, man, there's lots of colds and flu going around. If you're feeling sick, stay home. It's not worth it. Stay home. Keep your germs at home by yourself. You know, wash your hands, get some rest, drink some water, all that good stuff. So it's my PSA. Lots of flu, lots of COVID, but lots of just plain old nasty colds, honestly. Like, that's what I had. I tested negative for everything, and I never had a fever, and literally felt like crap. So, yeah, there's plain old colds going around, too. So, anyway, I hope everybody has a great rest of your week. I hope everyone has a great New Year. If you're looking for something to do on New Year's, we're going to be at Moorline, so that's going to be fun. And I hope to see you guys there. And I hope to see everybody on Monday night. So Hoo Day, everybody. Don't forget to subscribe. And thank you all so much. Have a good night. Hoo Day.
Hoo Day.